Hello, congratulations on the purchase of your Cougar. My name is Russ. I'm going to do an orientation video with you today. We'll start right here in the front. You do have a manual tongue jack here, so just crank that, bring it up or down. If you wanted to upgrade that, you can always put an electric tongue jack on there if you wanted to. Right in here you have your propane tanks. You have two 30-pound tanks. This is your regulator right here, so where that green dot is pointing, that's the tank you're using. So if this tank goes empty, give that a turn, open your valve, and you'll be using this tank while you fill that one. Behind your propane tanks is your battery. So your battery's right back there. You could always add a second battery if you wanted to. This piece right here just sits right up, and then these will snap into place right here to keep this held up. You do have lights up here in the front, and to control those lights you have a switch right inside the compartment door right here. Turns those lights on or off. And you have a battery disconnect right here. So right now it is off. If we put that in there and give it a turn, now it's in the on position. So now we have 12 volt to the camper. So turn that off to take 12 volt away, turn it on to have 12 volt. You do need to have this in the on position if you want your batteries to charge. So anytime you're plugged into shore power or to your vehicle, your battery will be charging as long as that's in the on position like it is now. Pass-through compartment, pass-through storage. You have stabilizers on all four corners. They're used just for stabilizing, not for leveling. So get the camper nice and level first and then put those stabilizers down. Your water hookups are right here, so you have your fresh fill. So if you're rustic camping, fill your freshwater tank right here, and you will turn your water pump on to draw water from your freshwater tank throughout your camper. Next to that, this is your city water connection. So right here, hook a hose up to that. Then you have water pressure through that hose. So you do not use your water pump when you're connected with city water, only with the freshwater tank. Back here is your black and gray tank. You actually have two gray tanks and one black tank. So you have a handle here, handle there. This is your black, that is a gray. And then you have another gray back here. So you can see the handle. It's right by the tire there. See if I get a better shot of it. So there's a handle right there. That is your second gray tank. So everything's going to come out from one spot. So just hook your wastewater hose up here. Pull that black handle first. Let that empty out. Once that's empty, pull those gray handles. And that gray dirty stinking shower water is going to help wash the black out of your hose. Once all your tanks are empty, close the grays, leave that black open, hook a hose up to your sewer tank flush here, turn it on. It's like an upside down sprinkler system, and your black tank's going to flush your black tank out. So let that run for a few minutes, then unhook your hose. Then you can close your black handle, put your cap back on, and then you are all done with your wastewater. Move along to the back here. You do have a spare tire back here, same size as the tires that are on it. You can store your wastewater hose in your bumper. License plate will go there. Right here is inputs for cable or satellite. And then your power cord is right here. You have a 30 amp service. This just pulls out when you're done with it. Push it right back in there. I do recommend to use a 30 amp surge guard when you're plugged in at the parks. Highly recommended. Just keep the surges away from your camper in the parks there. The grill will go right here. This is a mount for a grill. So just remove this. This whole thing will swing around for you. So you can have a grill outside. Another one, your stabilizer jacks. There is a quick connect gas line right there. So if you do have a grill, you can hook that gas line right there, and it goes to your propane tanks up front. Right here you have an outdoor shower, so hot and cold water with a shower wand. Water heaters here. It is gas or electric. You do have a switch on the outside. It's right. If I get this to focus, there's a power switch right there. That can stay on. You have a switch inside that says gas and another switch that says electric. So once this water heater is full, you can decide which one you want to use and then flip those switches inside. You can use gas and electric at the same time. It's actually more efficient. You get more hot water faster. So this water heater is a metal tank. So instead of your tank corroding, you have this anode rod. This anode rod is going to corrode instead. So after 2 or 3 years, you have to replace this. But this is your plug. It's going to go right in here. Tighten that up, and now you're ready to fill it. Right now your water heater is bypassed because this is winterized. So to unwinterize it, you're going to hook to that city water connection, turn the hose on, go through everywhere inside that runs water. Toilet, sink, showers, even your outdoor shower. One at a time until all the antifreeze is out. So once the pink is gone, it's all clear. Now you're ready to fill your water heater. So make sure this is nice and tight. Then you'll go inside the camper on the other side of your water heater, which is going to be by your sink. And there's 2 valves on the back of your water heater. You're going to turn those valves. They turn a quarter turn. It's the only way that they will turn. So turn both those valves and your water heater will start filling up. You want to make sure that it's full before you turn it on. And you can do that by pulling on this relief valve right here. If you get a solid stream of water coming out, you know that it's full. You can also turn the hot side on any sink. As long as you get a solid stream of water, you know it's full. So once it's full, go ahead and turn those switches on inside, one or the other or both, and then your water heater will start heating up for you. This is electronic ignite, so no pilot lights to light or anything like that. Just make sure it's full and turn it on. If you need to drain it, just take the anode rod out and it will drain right from here. That's a spot so you can have a TV outside if you want. That's at outputs. You have your refrigerator vent there. That hose right there, that is for condensation, so it's going to drip outside. So you want to make sure that hose stays on the outside of the camper. Furnace vent here does get very hot. Try not to block that or put anything in front of it that could melt. Right up here you have your vent for your stove. So make sure this flap is open right here if you're using the fan over your stove top so it can vent outside. Otherwise, if you're not using it, just close it up like that. You have outdoor speakers, electric awning, nice big awning, a couple outlets out here, and then the other side of your compartment, you have your hitch stuff in there. You have 10-foot wastewater hose, an adapter, 25-foot freshwater hose, and it looks like that's about it on the outside. So we're going to head inside next. Alright, inside the camper, just inside the door here, you have a control panel. Get that to focus. So up here, these are all lights. So you have your ceiling, flood, porch, and step lights. You have your awning control, so extend and retract. So you just hold the button down, take it out, or to bring it in. You have for your slide rooms, so you're just going to do the same thing, hold that in. Your slide will go in or out. Hear that noise, you know it's all the way out. So that's for your main slide there, and then the bedroom slide. So that's that control panel. You do have a fire extinguisher inside the door. Your chairs, notice that your chairs, if this chair were sitting in the spot it's supposed to be when you bring the slide in, it's going to crush your chair. So this chair does need to be moved over by the door before you bring that slide in. That way you don't crush anything. So I'm going to move that over right now. There we go. You do have your couch here. This back part will fold forward, but you do need to lift these cushions up to do that, because they will get caught down here. So there we go. So it's like that, and then this part will fold, and you have legs here. Bring these legs out, bring this the rest of the way forward, and then you have an air mattress in here that you can blow up. So you have a bed there if you want. So you just lift on the very back of the couch, move these cushions out of the way, and it will fold for you. U-shaped dinette. This does go into a bed as well. So you just table. You have this lever right here you're going to pull. So you pull that, and then the table will fall towards that lever. So now it's flat like that. And that table will sit on these edges right along here. and then you can fill the void in with those cushions and you'll have a bed here. So with the magic of a pause button, I just put that in there. So that's how it'll be to make the bed, and then you just take these cushions and fill it in there. I would have your table in this position while you're traveling, because that is a loose table. It's not strapped down to anything, so that'll help keep it secured while traveling. Push button lights kind of throughout. You have your entertainment center here, so you have a TV. Behind your TV, that green light right there, that is your antenna booster. A little button next to it turns that on and off. You do need to have that on if you want local channels. So that turns your antenna on basically. And if you're connected with cable or satellite, you want to have that off. DVD player, CD player, Bluetooth. Find a station here. Alright, you have speaker zones here. So A is inside here. B is also inside, so one side, left and right side. C is outside. So A and B are inside, C is outside. So just push on them to turn them on or off. Nice stereo. Over here in your kitchen, you have your keys on the sink. That's where they'll be when you get here. You have your standard turntable microwave. Here's the fan, so make sure that flap's open outside, the vent out. And then your stovetop, this does have an igniter on it. So put this on light, turn that igniter until till it lights up. So this has arrows on it, so turn that to the right only. If you turn this to the left, it will break it. Your oven, you got to put it on pilot. You're going to have to light this manually. It does not work with the igniter. So put it on pilot, hold that in while you put a flame down there for your pilot light. Once it's lit, then put it on your temperature. Right next to your stove, this is another control area. So you have your water pump. So if you use that fresh water tank, turn that water pump on. And then your water heater. This is gas or electric. So once your water heater is full, flip the switch. And then this will show you how full your battery is and your tanks. So you have fresh tank, black, and your 2 gray tanks. So as your tanks fill, these lights will light up. Refrigerator. Instructions are inside the freezer door. But this is gas or electric. So just turn it on here. As long as it's on auto, it's going to run off electricity first. If it can't find the electricity, it's going to switch to propane automatically. You can have this button out and it's propane only. If it's trying to run off propane and it cannot find the propane, this check light will come on. So that means your propane's either turned off or it's empty. So if that happens, just turn this off, check your propane, make sure it's good to go, and then turn that back on and it will try to relight for you. Thermostat is here, so air, fan, off or heat. Fan speeds, temperature control here. And below that you have carbon monoxide LP detector. As long as that green light's on, you're good there. And then right here is your fuses and breakers. So with this, if one of your fuses goes out, an LED light will light up next to the bad one so you can quickly identify it. And you can see that light right through the window here. Back in here you have your air conditioner. So you can close these up and then you'll have more pressure through your vents. All the vents in the ceiling are your air conditioner. Any vents along the floor are going to be for your furnace. If you need to cool it off quicker in this area, open these up and it will dump the air down and cool it off quicker in the living room area in the kitchen. There are filters in here you can take out, clean, and reuse. And then right here, this is your antenna. So it does go up and down and it tells you which way to turn the handle. Just be sure you put this down before you travel. You also have a vent up here in the living room area. So you just crank it open right here. Just be sure that you close this before you travel. Bathroom. Porcelain toilet, foot pedal flush. So halfway down on the pedal brings water in, all the way down will flush it. GFI reset outlet there. Another fan and vent. So crank that up. This one you had the fan so you can turn it on here. Make sure that's closed again. wardrobe slide. So this is going to slide in right by to the bed. So don't want to have anything in this area right here. It will get crushed by the slide. You do have storage under the bed. And you have a spot for a TV up here on the wall. So there's a bracket in here to screw a mount to. And then your hookups are there. Accordion door right here. Be sure that is latched for travel. Same with this door here. Latch that for travel as well. And you want to make sure this sliding door here is closed, or well, excuse me, open before you put that slide in. And it looks like that's about everything in here. Hopefully this video helps. If you have any questions once you're done watching the video, just kind of remember what they are and ask us when you get here, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. We do want to thank you for purchasing at TerryTown. We do appreciate your business, and congratulations.